Hi people, welcome to Blu UK Jazz Dance. I want to share with you information about UK Jazz Dance. UK Jazz Dance is an umbrella term for a number of UK underground jazz dance styles, and they're unique to every pioneer. I'm a pioneer, I'm an innovator. Now what you need to understand, the art form was improvisational and it was one that was virtuoso. It's important to understand this. And the virtuoso aspect came from our parents reflecting bebop, modern jazz, cool jazz, that period. Yeah, it's important that people understand. The society at large was stifling the African diaspora people's creativity and self-expression, and that was coming through the music. So swing music, they wouldn't change it. The musicians had to play the same music night to night without no changes. And they started to get together and started to have jam sessions. And in them jam sessions, they played their virtuoso ideas, and that developed into bebop, and that developed into modern cool, and that developed into modern jazz. It developed into free jazz, avant-garde jazz, people exploring their own creativity, their own ideas, reflecting their personality and character, but it related to the society at large, that African diaspora people's creativity was, and its self-expression was being stifled. So there came a very important thing for every individual in the African diaspora world who couldn't afford education to self-educate themselves, step out of their countries to get an opportunity to improve their living, their welfare, their educational opportunities for themselves, so they could push the boundaries of their learning, thinking, and development to be what they wanted to be, or their children, which was important. So one of the key things that's important for people to know is virtuoso. It was holistic. It was an art form that was created for African diaspora needs, for our need to what? To improve our health, to improve our well-being, to bond us, to build camaraderie with us. And what happened, people need to know that the dance, people need to know African beats were in the jazz music, and it evoked a certain type of movement going way back into Africa, if people understood this. It's very important people understand this, particularly the Afro-Cuban music. When that fused with jazz now, the music that was infused in Afro-Cuban jazz was the spiritual music, the deity music. Spiritual music was included in the dancing, and it evoked certain type of dance moves going way back into Africa, and what developed throughout the Cuban period of slavery. If people got that, people have to remember that dancing, African music and dance was outlawed, the drumming was outlawed. So Africans found unique ways to keep their beats, African beats, alive, and certain steps alive, that because they had ceremonial music, they had rites of passage music, do you understand? They used the music, modern music of the day, to hide that, and that happened in Brazil. That happened in the Caribbean, and it's important that people understand that. That was the way they kept the ritual beats alive. So people, master drummers, griots and griotesses, passed on the knowledge secretly to people. So people hand clapped in African beat timing. The masters of that time didn't know. And these rhythms go back to great African kingdoms, and these rhythms do certain key things on the body, as well as certain movements. And what happened, that knowledge, that body of knowledge was lost through slavery. Blu UK Jazz Dance out.